This is Joy News Desk. I'm Sweetie Abochi. Welcome to the program. In our top stories, Muslims across the world celebrate Eid to mark end of Ramadan. More calls coming for the Electoral Commission to ensure a peaceful electoral process before, during and after elections 2024. Details of these plus some business updates in this package. Stay with me. And now let's get into the details, starting with Muslims across the world are celebrating ul-Fitr. This marks the end of Ramadan, a period of fasting and consecration. Here in Ghana, there's a commemoration at the Black Star Square. So on Joy News Desk today, we engage a Muslim cleric on how Muslims can ensure lessons learned are applied post-Ramadan. Imam Ishmael Akoto Badu joins us now on phone. Barka de Salah, Imam. How are you doing?
So we are so much happy, Joy FM,
Okay.
We are so much happy on a hit ground. And we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the creator of this universe, that He has given us the strength to do the 1 month fasting, 30 days or 29 days fasting. And we are grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala today. And we are at the hit grounds at Accra Academy School. That's where Imam Ishmael Nkota, the district chief imam of Okankwe South, led the people to pray here. And we are here enjoying ourselves, inshallah. Lessons learned on this Ramadan fast is Ramadan is has been prescribed for Muslims so that we attain taqwa. What we call taqwa is piety, that you become a very pious person. And what we are learning, or the Ramadan came to taught us in this month, is to become a very humble person in life, so that the Ramadan will be very, very beneficial to you. But when the Ramadan has come, Ramadan has taught you how to live pious living, and you don't do that, that means your Ramadan is not correct. So we advise everybody, all citizens of this nation, whosoever going through this fasting, it's obligatory on you to become a very pious person in this country, so that you will have a very peaceful country. So you pray for our nation, Ghana, so that the nation, Ghana, will also be a very good nation for us to live in, inshallah.
Okay, but how long is the celebration going to last?
This celebration, we have only 1 day.
I mean at Accra Academy. Are you there all day?
Okay, we are here. We are here in the next 1 hour here, or next 1 hour 30 minutes. We'll leave here, okay. But we are around. We are at the 8th ground. Yeah, all the mayor is here. The Accra mayor is here with us. Our constituency MP is here with us. Our chiefs are here. The overall of the Ghana State, Nairu or more, is also here with us. The Presbyterian Church, they are here. The Methodist Church, they are here with us. The chaplain of Accra Academy School is also here with us. We have a lot of kings and queens around here, and they all came here to support us in this prayer, inshallah.
Imam, I cannot let you go without asking you to add your voice to a peaceful election message. Ahead of the elections. Any message you want to share, especially to the Muslim community?
Yeah, we advise that, this is the Ramadan. This is the fasting that Muslims have gone through. And we'll go through the next Ramadan, maybe by next year. And we are going to face, the election. So we are advising that what Ramadan has come to taught us as a peaceful person, we pray to Almighty Allah that we have a very peaceful election before, during, and after the election. And we are asking everybody also, especially the Muslim side, everybody should be very calm. Whatever you want to do, whatever you want to, that will not be good as a Muslim. We advise that you have to think about the fasting. You have to think about your relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala during the fasting period. That you need to become a very peaceful person. You need to become somebody who is humble, so that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who look after you throughout this fasting period, will also lead you throughout this before and after the election. May everybody become in Ghana here, every Muslim, as our national chief imam has been saying, is a very peaceful person. So what he advised every time is that we have to be very peaceful people, ourselves and the Christians. That is why the national team has asked me, whenever I'm going to pray at Accra Academy, I should call everybody, not only Muslims, you call the Christians also to come and join you. You call the traditionalists also to come and join you. You call everybody to come and join you to do the prayers at Accra Academy here. So that's what I do. I listen to my father, my grandfather, the national chief imam, and we'll all follow him. And his peaceful ideas and his peaceful behavior, peaceful life, is that what every Muslim also has to emulate, inshallah.
Thank you so much, Imam Ismail Okota Badu. Baraka de Salah. That's how they're marking the Eid al-Fitr today. But still on the Muslim celebration, you know, the Muslim fraternity here in Ghana is being led by some fantastic people. And the Caleb Mensah has this photo slide or photo story of some of these prominent faces who played a pivotal role here in Ghana. Enjoy reports by the Caleb Mensah. Now, Administrative Officer to the Upper West Regional Chief Imam, Alhaji Yahaya Dawood, is asking the Electoral Commission and other stakeholders to ensure a peaceful electoral process as Ghana gets ready for a major election year this year. He says all eyes are on the country and the onus falls on us and the election managers to be non-partisan and fair in the discharge of their duties. Rafiq Salam reports from Waa.
Followers of the Orthodox Muslim faith and the Al-Sunnah wal Jamaat in the Waa municipality ended the 29-30-day Ramadan fasting on Tuesday, following the sighting of the moon in some few communities in the country, including Bulenge in the Waa East district. Fans of thousands of Orthodox Muslims in the Waa municipality thronged in droves to the various venues where the 2 rakat open congregational prayer is to be performed. The Nasiri Bomi II Park had the largest gathering. Both the young and old, majority of whom gorgeously dressed in white apparel, were there in their numbers. The overlord of the Wala traditional area, Nab Hussein Sidi Pilipo IV, accompanied by litany of sub and divisional chiefs, were present, adding color, culture, tradition, and splendor to the occasion. Jami Imam Alhaji Yaya Ponjang led arguably the largest Muslim sect in the region for the prayers.
Allahu Akbar. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
This year's Eid al-Fitr is held on the theme Peace before, during, and after the 2024 general election. Administrative Officer to the Upper West Regional Chief Imam Alhaji Yahya Dauda urged members of the Muslim Ummah to see the election beyond partisan politics and also refrain from acts that will bring violence in the country.
Perceiving the crucial nature of the upcoming general elections, it is a must-win contest, especially for the 2 major parties. We Muslim Ummah now reiterate and we give a clear call to every Muslim, because this is a collective responsibility of every Muslim Ummah. We should therefore see the election and place it above partisan politics. It is but a period of transition. Whoever Allah chooses for us will cooperate and forge ahead courageously.
Alhaji Yahya Dauda also used the opportunity to call on the Electoral Commission, security agencies, and the media to discharge their duties in a non-partisan, fair, and unbiased way so as to prevent dispute that may plunge the country into chaos.
All eyes are looking up to some people. 1, Electoral Commission is easy. 2, the media. 3, the security agencies. We therefore pray that this will should execute their electioneering mandate objectively, they should be very, very prudent, so that at the end of it all, the outcome of the 2024 general election will be universally accepted, and there will be peace in Ghana, and will continue to enjoy the peace.
The Upper West Regional Chief Imam's administrative officer, however, was not oblivious of the punishing high temperatures that they were subjected to during the one-month fasting period in the region. According to the Meteorological Agency, temperatures in the region rose as high to 45 degrees Celsius.
We see the appearance or the heat of the sun as a blessing, because we will ask to believe that nothing good comes easy. It's because Almighty Allah wants to accept the Ramadan, that He wants us to toil and suffer for it. At the end of it all, Almighty Allah will shower us with abundant blessings. So Alhamdulillah, we now only pray that Almighty Allah should water it down a little so that we can continue worshiping. So it is a blessing.
Members of the Al-Sunnah wa Jamaat also observed the yearly Eid prayers at the West Senior High Technical School football field. Reporting for Joy News, Rafiq Salam.
Now, the German ambassador to Ghana says it's in the best interest of all Ghanaians to ensure that Ghana remains safe at all times. In a speech read on his behalf by the Deputy Head of Mission, Sivine Jansen, said though countries in the Sahel region continue to be unstable, Ghana has maintained its stability. The Deputy Head of Mission made this call at the commissioning of a vehicle maintenance workshop for the Ghana Immigration Service in Tamale.
The maintenance workshop with support from the German government is to help the Immigration Service maintain its fleet of vehicles to enhance its work. Speaking at the commissioning, Mrs. Sivine Jansen said there are a host of problems in the Sahel regions, ranging from competition for scarce resources to terrorism.
So they span from competition over very scarce resources, the need for increased state support for social services and development, tensions between migrating and local communities, chieftaincy conflicts, organized, including transborder crime, and last but not least, radical and extremist forces in the direct neighborhood, retreating also into Ghana. I don't want to paint a bleak picture on such a happy occasion, but I am sure that everyone here has realized how the focus of Germany and the EU also, including the member states and other international actors, has really shifted to the Sahel and as such also to the northern parts of Ghana. We and our international friends, we aim for the best future for this region. And it is in all of our best interest to keep Ghana safe and enable her to fulfill the prosperous future that she deserves.
The Deputy Controller General of Immigration, Finance and Administration, Isaac Owusu-Mensah, said the garage will go a long way to mitigate the challenges faced by the service.
Today, we are very pleased to observe the successful completion of the construction of this facility, and I must emphasize that this will go a long way to mitigate the problem faced by the service in maintaining its fleet of vehicles and motorbikes that are deployed particularly to remote areas for operational activities, including security operations.
Northern Regional Minister Shani Al-Hassan Shai will call for maintenance to increase its lifespan.
Edifices that have been inaugurated with fanfare have been allowed to deteriorate few years after usage, all due to absence of operations and maintenance plans to ensure that they are regularly maintained. Against this background, I want to request the GIS to put up a robust operational and maintenance plan that would give this modern facility an everlasting lifespan.
The Northern Regional Commander of the Immigration Service, Dr. Prosper Asma, said the challenges faced by commanders in the northern regions cannot be overemphasized.
It is near impossible to enumerate all the difficulties that commanders in the northern regions undergo in trying to maintain and service vehicles. Numerous vehicles and motorbikes have been grounded due to the non-availability of the requisite parts, the lack of adequate expertise, tools, and the long distances to be traveled to procure relevant parts, just to mention a few. This really is a one-stop solution and a game changer to our automobile servicing and repair problems.
The stories. He's shaking but not shaken. That's the watchword of a former prisons guard, Kweku Entry, who has, for the past 13 years, battled Parkinson's disease, a medical condition that forces him to shake uncontrollably. His condition, though burdensome, is not deterring his spouse, but rather deepening their affection for each other. Marking International Parkinson's Disease Today, Emmanuel Bright Kweku tells a story of love brewed amidst a debilitating condition.
Uncontrollable tremors, slow movements, and speech changes are few of the symptoms 60-year-old Kweku Entry, not his real name, battles every day of his life. What started as a mild head shake aggravated into extreme physical shake of his entire body, especially his hands, which doctors later diagnosed as Parkinson's disease. Wife of Kweku Entry recounts the 13-year tale of her husband's ordeal. Parkinson's disease is a brain condition that affects movements, mental health, sleep, and causes pain. The disease is as a result of the loss of nerve cells that produce a chemical messenger in the brain known as dopamine. A decrease in dopamine levels brings about irregular brain activity, leading to problems with movement and other symptoms. Kweku, until his ailment in 2011, was an officer at the Tamale prison in northern Ghana, but was later transferred to the Ashanti region for medical care. The symptoms of the disease are usually misdiagnosed, which make the disease difficult to manage when lately diagnosed. Dr. Divine Amenuke is the lead clinician at the Internal Medicine Department of the Konfanochi Teaching Hospital.
If it comes in late, then, as I said, the effects on the brain that has led to the reduction in the dopamine is so much, so it makes it more difficult to treat. Unfortunately, these days, as we've heard, it tends to be seen also in younger groups. At first, we thought it was only the elderly that were getting it mainly, but even people who are in their 30s are also getting it.
The cause of the disease is unknown, but several factors appear to play a role. Specific genetic changes and environmental triggers, including organic poison, have been identified to increase the disease risk. The disease is the second most common neurological disorder globally and the fastest growing disease in Africa. In Ghana, Parkinson's form 12% of diseases reported at hospitals, with the country placing 70th on the Global Prevalence Index. The cost of medication for the disease is presenting heavy financial burden on patients. Only 2 medications are covered under the list of the country's essential medicines, which health officers say aren't the suitable medication to manage the disease. Dr. Ishaq Ahmed Yusuf is a pharmacist at CAF.
If you don't control the symptoms early, the disease progresses very fast, and the implications are that the conditions will progress with complications. If you have these medications, the tremors reduces, the rigidity, the slowness of movement. And in terms of their lifestyle, it helps improve their lifestyle.
While doctors appeal for an insurance coverage for the disease, the Enidaso Parkinson's Disease Foundation has been supporting people living with the disease. Dr. Vida Obese is the president of the foundation.
Educating the public about the disease and letting them understand that is not the case. Secondly, we also want the patients to understand their condition so that you know yourself that that is not the case. And so when you build yourself up, you're able to match up to whatever challenges people expose you to.
They want me super because they want how about so by the never MP. Come a fire when I quite sorry.
But just as the marriage vows they exchanged 40 years ago, the couple will not allow the disease sever their love and respect they have for each other. Kweku may be shaken, but his wife and himself are not shaken as they find solace in each other. For Joy News, my name is Emmanuel Bright Kweku.
An association of ex-convicts is seeking public support in the construction of a hotel facility to accommodate former prison inmates as part of their reformation. Leader of the group, Felix Duncan, popularly known as 2 PM, says such a facility will reduce crime involving ex-convicts who become homeless due to stigmatization from family and society at large. There's more in this report by Joseph Obeng, read to you.
The Ex-Convicts Association, established 4 years ago, has so far appealed for the release of 21 innocent prisoners. The association has been mobilizing ex-convicts for their proper integration into society. President of the association, Felix Duncan, says because of family and societal stigmatization, most of the ex-convicts are homeless. He says this positions them to fall back to crime and other vices. He says a hostel facility for the ex-convicts will provide shelter for them to plan a new life.
Ex-convicts for na ya babonte ya doso dodo ya doso omo dada bonte rough enti ama ba kumienu ekosia na adwene bebo omo tirim eye kronosem.
The reason why we want to build a hostel is because the ex-convicts outside are plenty. They are on the streets. We want to abolish such behavior to reduce crimes in the society because 2 convicts can't commit crime again.
Association your friend ex-convict association. Ye pese adofo ne aboafo esoyemu. Ye timi si dan. Emma one na wo free prison eba. Ene one na o free prison abadada a woni baby te. Woni baby da ebeti menye baby ada na aboa me ama adwene a ye frɛ no kro no sem no abafom.
Felix Duncan said the association has been advocating for the discharge of innocent people in prison remand.
4 years edian yetima 21 and a free prison.
Within the 4 years of the group's existence, we have been able to release 21 innocent inmates. John Obey was sentenced to 90 years in prison but received amnesty after 10 years in jail. In sharing his experience, he emphasized the need for the hostel to curb crime. If they support us to build the hostel, we will witness low crimes in the country.
Wakasa bo hu se mribi ebeba no wakasa bo hu se anye nkofo no mu da bontia sa no na isi omo wen mpacho watase entie no ne yesre se yenua no na omo hweye no ene djumoku a sebe yakopon hira wo mu abibi wo mu sem no ye to sa from so mabua.
Joseph Obey's reports for Joy News.
It's time now for Emmanuel Kwesi Debra to bring us Tech Thursday. Enjoy.
The mobile application, which has been developed under the MESTI mHealth project, can operate with or without internet. It has two sections, a part for ordinary Ghanaians and a place for medical personnel. The app would be used to gather data on disease symptoms, which will then be analyzed by medical personnel for swift intervention. To address language barriers, the app is equipped with language translation features. Beyond this, users can seek virtual consultation and emergency care, among others. Dr. Rosemary Usua-Mensah-Jinin is principal investigator of the project.
That is going to disseminate health information. We are going to use the app as a means to collect data, analyze the data to do forecasting predictions so that we can avoid some of the outbreaks that come around, or we can take in proactive measures to deal with emerging health challenges. So we are looking at a point where people will use the app, provide some information on, let's say, symptoms, and then we can come up to a certain point where we can say that we feel that people in the northern region are complaining about these symptoms within this time of the year. So what should Ghana Health Service do then? So we have medication reminders where people can log in the drugs they are supposed to take so that they'll be given reminders when it's time to take them and when the drugs are running out. One very notable feature, which for us is very encouraging, is language translation. So we are looking at reaching underserved communities. Some don't speak English, some speak Chi, some speak Ga. So we are finding innovative ways of bringing the app to the language of the ordinary Ghanaian. We have a number of languages that we have targeted, and as we go on, we are going to extend it so that we don't cut off majority of the population. Then health education and awareness. The app is constantly going to give us information, climate-aware information, and other forms of information so that we can plan our lives accordingly. And then community forums and support groups. So people within a community can form a forum and chat, talk about things of interest and see the way forward. Now this app is in two folds. The part where the Ghanaian populace can use, and then the other section which is going to be used solely by medical personnel. So they can use the app to communicate among themselves, share relevant information, and also transfer patient history, make appointments as and when necessary. We also have avenues for emergency assistance and virtual consultations.
Dr. Emmanuel Ahene is co-investigator.
You would look at the regions we have in Ghana, you would realize that in almost every region in Ghana, there is this group of people who would have limited access to healthcare. And those are the people who are targets to ensure we use this mobile technology to enhance their access to healthcare.
The app, jointly developed by KNUST Colleges of Science and Health Sciences, is funded by the International Development Research Center.
Now, Virtual Security Africa has donated to the Presbyterian Church of Ghana, emphasizing the pressing need for support. The founder highlighted the significance of community engagement and solidarity in addressing societal challenges. There's more in this report.
In an act of kindness, Virtual Security Africa has donated 100,000 Ghana cedis to the Presbyterian Church in Ghana. This generous gift is part of the company's desire to support and uplift the local community. Explaining his decision, founder of Virtual Security Africa, Emmanuel Setre-Siedu, shared why he chose to donate to the Presbyterian Church.
First, I'm a Presbyterian. I was born a Presbyterian. My family's for generation we've been Presbyterian. The moderator has been a friend when he was working, and former moderator, Professor Manuel. So we thought that we should come in and welcome him and to encourage him and to wish him well and to offer our support during a tenure of office. The purpose of the donation was to support human development within the Presby Church. We believe that there are things not only going to church, but other welfare of church members that, as a church, we also have a responsibility. So as part of our corporate social responsibility, we decided to donate 100,000 Ghana cedi towards human development within the Presby Church.
Additionally, he revealed plans to establish a cybersecurity center in the near future. This center aims to provide opportunities for students interested in learning about cybersecurity, a field that is increasingly important in today's digital world.
Our next project is to set up a cybersecurity lab at the Presbyterian University as part of our CSR project. We've done a first of its kind at Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. And as a proud Presbyterian, I think the next project for me to lead a group to set it up at the Presby University, to give training, skills, and certification to those pursuing science and cybersecurity courses.
The newly appointed leader of the Presbyterian Church, Reverend Dr. Nana Opare Kwache, expressed deep gratitude for Mr. Siedu's generous donation. He emphasized the importance of such contributions in helping the church continue its virtual work within the community.
We are grateful to God for the visit by the CEO and founder of VSA, together with his staff, to the head office of the Presbyterian Church of Ghana. They came here basically to welcome me to office and also to show support in terms of the interventions that the church has embarked on, and we are grateful to God. It's exciting to note that they are interested in partnering the church in the areas of human development, and so they give us this check to support our human development activities, and we are excited about it. We are also excited that there is a pledge to help the Presbyterian University, which does not only serve Presbyterians, serves all people of different faiths and denominations, so that we will have a cybersecurity lab, and I'm sure that it will help.
In addition to expressing gratitude, Reverend Dr. Kwache also took the opportunity to urge all Ghanaians to prioritize peace and harmony, especially with the upcoming general elections.
We are preaching the message of peace, and we are asking all those involved in the election to do what they have to do in order to ensure that there is peace. We are calling on the Electoral Commission to conduct a free and fair election. We are calling on the political parties to ensure that their platforms are used for peace messages, and that anything that will generate conflict will be taking off their platforms. We thank God for the leadership of the political parties, both the major and the minor ones, and we know that they are very responsible and they will do that. But it is also for the citizenry to ensure that there is peace. It is a collective responsibility. Ghana has had elections since 1992, and I'm sure that even up till now, we would not allow anybody to come and destroy the peace that we have.
The Virtual Security Africa's philanthropic gesture and commitment to community welfare exemplify the spirit of compassion and solidarity that is essential for building a brighter future for Ghana.
In other stories, management of Gaskia FM, an affiliate to Joy 99.7 FM in the Bono East region, has donated clothes to more than 300 orphans and food items to more than 200 widows through the Gaskia Orphanage Program. Director of the station, Mansour Anas, says this is to provide relief to the poor families who hitherto went through a difficult situation during the festive period. Correspondent Anna Sabit has more in this report.
One after the other, these orphans, accompanied by their mothers, were called to receive their clothing ahead of the ul-Fitr festivities. This ritual, which has become an annual ritual, was first instituted by the management of Gaskia FM in the year 2014 with the sole aim of putting smiles on the faces of this group who hitherto had to go through the pain of observing the Eid without new clothing due to the loss of their parents. Sheikh Mansour Anas is a director here at Gaskia FM. He shares with us what informed the station's decision to institute the Gaskia Orphanage Program.
Gaskia FM Tichima has been supporting orphans and widows for the past 10 years, since 2014. You know, the orphans mostly, they do rely on their parents before the demise of the parents. So after that, they need somebody who will place the parents in supporting them, especially during these times at the end of Ramadan. So looking at how it is important to do this. We organize these special donations.
But what has been the station's source of funding and how many orphans benefit from this benevolence on an annual basis?
We used to gather support from our listeners, especially those living around Tichiman. And also we use social media to get support from within and outside the country just to do this. And Alhamdulillah, for the past 10 years, at least every year, we support about 300 orphans. We give them clothes. And then the widows, we get them rice and oil. When today somebody came with some birds or chickens for the widows.
Apart from the children who receive clothing and shoes, their mothers or guardians are also given rice, oil, and in some cases chicken to enable them cook for the family to eat and have fun on the Eid day. Some of them share with us the struggle they used to go through in the past prior to the establishment of this orphanage program.
First, Salah Ebedura and Ramadan Bedu say na, can't catch you a base na. I know a drink, when I fast so I fasting. And I fasting you crana Salah Bedu crana. When I fast so, you know, Ubera one kala, like or drink when I fast fashion kalano, Salah Dura, on Tadia Beshe, Edu P. Salamo, Ubian say, at least, only need the back, Kakana Manyana. There
are, however, thankful to the management and their donors for coming in to wipe out their tears during these festive seasons.
There are 2 years, 3 years, I started Virginia, Mama. Because a boy, and I'm what I say, let them baby. You need you around the Mount Colano and so forth. So, then a baby, I wasn't planning to be ya da almost pa dem the generation no and ya mesi anka no kure ba ya nsaka ya da almost the already da almost ya nto mu kwa mu maye.
To the management of Gaskia Radio, this ritual is set to continue for years to come as the station prepares to hold 600 orphans next year.
Next year I want to go beyond 300. We are targeting of getting 600 and above. So come with your support, inshallah, to get to where we want it to reach, inshallah.
Anna Sabit, Joy News, Tichiman.
Let's take a break now. When we return, the news continues. Stay with us.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to Business. My name is Darryl Kwao. The Tema Oil Refinery Tor has denied allegations of a takeover of a Chinese-owned private oil refinery, Central Oil Refinery Limited. The Alliance for Social Equity and Public Accountability, ASEPA, earlier this month claimed it had received a whistleblower alert from a Tor insider about a meeting between the Tema Oil Refinery management and the Chinese-owned private oil refinery. It alleged the meeting was to discuss the sale of the national refinery to Central, but Tor, in a statement, emphasized that no talks have taken place regarding the sale of the refinery. Meanwhile, energy strategist Dr. Isi Suleimana believes a partnership between Tor and Central Oil Refinery will be mutually beneficial in revamping the nation's refinery.
They should open up to each other, and the important thing is that the partnership should be mutually beneficial. And this is something that we gear towards bringing life to Tor. It shouldn't be a partnership that Centio will end up deactivating Tor for good. No, that's not the kind of partnership. So we should be, the leadership of Tor should be very should closely monitor. They should open up. They shouldn't close their ranks. They should open up, and then get a deal. If there's something like that happening, like I'm understanding, if there's something like that happening that is credible, the deal should be mutually beneficial. And I just cited an example where they can be beneficial. Another area, of course, also Centio can support TOR is reduction of sulfur, because at the moment, TOR, the naphtha, especially from CDU, will need a secondary processing plant to add a lot of value to that.
Now, the Ghana Stock Exchange recorded 6 top gainers in March 2024. The equities market continued to rally positively during the month, with 2 companies, MTN Ghana and New Gold, attaining new all-time high share prices. Here's more in this report.
According to the March 2024 summary of market activities, the top price gainers for the month were New Gold, MTN Ghana, Unilever Ghana PLC, Access Bank Ghana PLC, GCB Bank PLC, and EcoBank Ghana PLC. The GSE Composite Index gained an impressive 7.07% during the month, bringing the year-to-date gain to 10.41%. The Financial Stock Index also showed a moderate gain of 0.38%, bringing its year-to-date gain of 5.25%. The Ghana Fixed Income Market also closed with a notable traded volume of 12.61 billion, reflecting a substantial 126.43% increase over the same period last year.
Now, Ghana Post says it is prepared to use its post offices across the country as well as its international partnerships to support small and medium enterprises to increase their market access. This is an assurance from the Managing Director, Bias Osei-Kufuor. According to him, the company, with many international bodies, which it gives access to some international markets that Ghanaian SMEs will benefit from. He made the commitment during the signing of an MOU with the Ghana Enterprises Agency.
Bringing people who are into creating things with their hands and, bringing them access to markets, and considering the presence of Ghana Post. I mean, we are in 320 places in Ghana, and considering our network with the Universal Postal Union, we are also able to send items to everywhere in the world. Currently, the only place we are not sending things to is Russia and Ukraine because of the ongoing impasse. But apart from that, every other place in this world, you are guaranteed that Ghana Post will be able to deliver an item. So I'm happy with this project, and even more enthused by the fact that the project also has a portal, e-commerce portal concept that is aligned to it.
And that's it for this segment. The news returns after the break.
And that's how we're wrapping up for the bulletin. It's been a marathon morning, hasn't it? But Barka de Salah to all our Muslim brothers and sisters, and our non-Muslim brothers and sisters and audiences. Happy holidays. My name is Sweetie Abochi. You can follow me on all social media platforms at Sweetie Abochi. And I'll be seeing you again soon, tomorrow, hopefully. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.